Hey, welcome back to Cameras and Coffee. Today we're looking at the Zeiss 12mm Touit. And it is a 2.8 lens, not a fast lens. Got it for a steal. Got it for $200. Pretty amazing considering this was a $1,000 lens a few years ago. Let's see how it holds up. And boy, I know there's a lot of new lenses out there right now. That new Rokinon 12mm f2 is pretty great. I have not used it on this camera. I've seen a ton of reviews about it. I've not seen a lot of reviews on YouTube with this Zeiss 12mm lens. So hopefully these will, hopefully this might be interesting to you. You know, like I said, this is an old lens on a new camera. The autofocus technology on this camera, this one, is amazing. The autofocus in this lens is not new. It's a few years old. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be any kind of pulsing. Let's check it out. All right. So for this first clip, I'm going to show you what the 12mm Zeiss looks like, which is this lens, 12mm Zeiss Touit. To be fair, I'm going to match all the settings on these lenses. So I'm not using any ND out here deliberately because I want to see what the glass really looks like without some crappy old ND filter in front of it. So right now we're shooting this at a 5.6 at ISO 100. And this is the Zeiss 12mm. This lens is the Sony 12-24 f4 set at the identical settings as my Zeiss 12mm Touit. Okay? I didn't change anything else. See how the colors look, see how the autofocus works. I think it looks pretty great. Any sharpness difference? Can't really tell yet, but I'm going to do a little sharpness little thing here shortly. And in stills, so we can see if we can notice any differences. Hey, so we're back at one of my other favorite spots downtown Los Angeles, underneath the 4th Street Bridge. You know, this place is awesome. I've been shooting down here for probably 30 years. It's really changed a lot. I just love this part of LA. It's, you know, some people will think, oh my gosh, it's dirty and run down, it's full of graffiti and everything. I think it's beautiful. And as far as being a photographer or an artist goes, this is kind of the place to be. I mean, right over there, I'm going to just pan the camera over. Right over there, I might lose my level too, actually. But these guys are doing like a lowrider interview kind of thing. I'm gonna stop down a little bit. Yeah, those guys way down there. Probably can't see them. Maybe you can. But yeah. Anyway, let me open up my stop again. Yeah. This place is, I'm going to open this up so you guys can see me. This place is, all right, I'll pay attention now. This place is great. Like I said, I've been coming here for years. Lots of artists come down here, a lot of really famous graffiti guys do a lot of work around here. It's pretty great. Anyway, let's go check it out and see if I can find some cool stuff. So far. Ooh, I'm a little overexposed. I just wanted to get some good exposure in that wall, so I'm going to stop down here a little bit. There's some silver. All that paint over there that's really hot right now is silver, so it's super bright. Anyway, this is another one of my favorite spots. A lot of goodies around here. Sometimes there's trains and whatnot, so got to be mindful. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to do a little bracket here in HLG because it's so bright out. You can see way down there on the right side, you can see the lowrider. They're doing a shoot down there, so I'm going to stay out of their shots and be cool and whatever. I'm doing a bracket here, so right now it's saying I'm a third of a stop under. This is at 0. So I'm just looking at the exposures for myself, kinda, to see how safe I can expose this HLG2 and see what I can get away with on a really bright day. I'm shooting this at f8 at ISO 100. Manual focus, the focus is played a little deep. Now it says I'm a third of a stop hot. I kind of got this lens by accident, really. You know, a good friend of mine just bought the brand new Rokinon 12mm, and he has that 16mm Sigma 1.4. That's, both those lenses are amazing. And you know, I was just kind of combing through the Craigslist and offer ups and discovered a lens, this lens, that's kind of been, well, it's kind of been flying under the radar for a long time. I know when it came out, people seemed to be pretty excited about it, but that $1,000 price tag scared a lot of people away. And you know, I found it on OfferUp for $200, and I couldn't resist. You know, even if it didn't work out autofocus wise, manual focus, 12mm Zeiss glass, for $200, I think it's a steal. If the autofocus wasn't working out, but this lens is in great shape and seems to be working pretty well. Like I said, we'll see in the edit. Like I was saying earlier, I'm pretty close to this lens. I'm like literally, here's my hand, so I'm like 18 inches away. So apologize for my giant distorted noggin. I think there's another train coming, so if that's true, I'm going to peel this away. I just heard a little honk. Watch the footage. I watched some of the footage from earlier today downtown, and this was before I adjusted my autofocus sensitivity. It's pretty jumpy, actually. Not a deal breaker, but a learning lesson for me to you know, adjust those autofocus settings, and then maybe concentrate on not moving as much. So far, I could be wrong, I don't see the background moving around that much on my monitor. But let's just see if this is any better. What's going on in there? I hear the focus mode is doing quite a bit of work. After looking at some of my video, I noticed that parts of it were pretty jumpy. So I went in the camera and turn down my autofocus settings as low as they would go. Okay, so my focus settings now are like locked on and slow, two of the lowest settings. I'm looking at my flip out monitor, and it looks like the box is on this eye. I did notice that it didn't focus quite as silently and accurately and swiftly as my 12 to 24. I have it maxed out now, so everything's on fast and sensitive and everything. So compare this focus mode to the one previous to this, which was set at locked on and slow. Interesting. Let's see if I can do this with manual focus. I don't know. Okay guys, I'm going to cheat a little bit with my manual focus. I have an app called Focus Chart. It looks like this. Okay? There you go, I think I can see it. Looks like that, it's free. I'm going to use this focus chart to manual focus this lens just to see how good it works. So here we go, I'm going to stick it right here up to my eyeball, and I'm going to look over here, and I'm going to go like this until it gets, I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Where is it? Alright, it's saying, alright, there. Okay. how Nat's ass this is. Okay. According to my focus chart right here, I should be in perfect focus. And I'm shooting this at a 4, so I'll have a little depth of field. I am really close. Does this work? My peaking should be going nuts. Yep, it is. I'm looking at it. Let's put all this on the computer and look at it. See if my autofocus is behaving itself a little better. And see if my little free focus chart is helpful. I think it is. Thank you, you too.
What is that? I don't think it's on.
Very cool. Wow, this is really nice. Hey, so here I am at the authorized Zeiss dealer in Burbank, APSC Tech. I'm going to get my lens updated with the new firmware. Let's see how well the focus is going to be. Is it going to be any better? Man, I hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be manual focus time. Let's see how it works. Wish me luck.
That's totally acceptable for me, in my view. I always like to have a little noise because I like to confirm it's working.
Well, the other thing is, it's here I am at APSC Tech checking out the Zeiss Touit 12 firmware version 2.1 on the Zeiss Touit 12mm.
12mm, yeah. That's great.
So it seems to be quieter and less hunty.
Good.
The version I had before
We go in and
was
out.
really racking in and out a lot.
Yeah. And you're not this is not a hugely bright situation.
Hey guys, I just got my Zeiss 12mm Touit back from Kentucky after the 6-week firmware update. Holy shit. It took forever. Is there a difference? Yeah, there is a difference. I could tell right away, actually. A lot less hunting. Seems to be much quieter. And, everyone's going to be using a lav mic or a shotgun mic or something like that. But I'm pretty excited. I think this is going to be great. Is this lens for you? You have to ask yourself, It's not the fastest lens out there. This lens is a fantastic manual focus lens. Autofocus wise, it's not going to be super silent like all the other Sony stuff, because this is an old design, you know. Now you're getting some water drops. I see a couple water drops on the lens. Sorry guys. Anyway, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to wrap this up. Is this lens for you? I don't know if it's for you, but it's for me. I'm going to keep it. I think it's an amazing piece of glass, and I got it for a freaking steal. So anyway, thank you for watching Cameras and Coffee. Hey man, hit that subscribe button. Come on, help a brother out. Here we go. Abel Cine in Burbank. Oh yeah. Some raindrops on the lens. Anyway. Alright you guys, be well.